Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for Energy Guest. As I already said, Energy Guest is a rubric in which every single week we receive a guest. And today it's a great pleasure and honor for us to receive one of the greatest leaders in Mali. He did so many things for this country. He was the ambassador of India in Mali, and he's also the honorary president of the Parti Pour Civique and Patriotic Action, known as PACP. The great personalities is YEAH SAMAKE. YEAH SAMAKE, how are you?
Great, I'm doing very well. How are you?
Thank you very much. I'm great as well. So welcome to our Energy Guest.
Glad to be with you.
It's an honor for us to receive you, frankly speaking.
Mrs. SOUARE, I'm pleased to be with you, really.
Great. Yes. So could you little bit introduce yourself to the audience?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Niankoro YEAH SAMAKE, former Mali ambassador to India, former mayor of Abonnez-vous, but currently I'm a social entrepreneur, building schools for communities in rural areas, providing tractors to farmers, and providing access to potable water in rural areas. So I am a social entrepreneur, but also a Malian politician, leading the Parti Pour Patriotic and Civic actions. As the name indicates, our party is mostly focused on evaluating the needs of the people, and seeking to mobilize the resources and then help citizens instead of just talk. You know, it's important to talk,
yes,
but it's also important to take specific actions to demonstrate what you have in mind for the people. So I am very glad to be with you guys today. It's really a pleasure to speak English to the Malian audience. I have not done this before, but glad to be here.
Thank you very much. Now that will even push me to ask you about the party specific, because we know you a little bit on the social media and different as a politician, and whatever you are doing, and you were even elected, you were candidate for different presidential elections. So we have been following you for a while. It's an honor for us to receive you. Now, could you tell us a little bit about PACP, your party?
The party is relatively young, created in 2011 when I actually was a member of one of the existing political party here in Mali, but I was a little bit discontent with the way the party was led, and I had other ambitions, so I decided to create with like-minded people. We created PACP to differentiate ourselves from the old way of doing politics in Mali, which is the politics of talk, the politics of politicien, which we didn't want to do. We wanted to do the politics is meant to resolve the issues in the city. And so we look at education, which was a major problem. Mali education is facing a lot of problems. So one of the major problems was infrastructure. So I went to rural areas and determined the needs and went to build my NGO in America and mobilize resources and come build. Up to date, I have built about 40 different schools in 40 different villages
in Mali.
Particularly in Abonnez-vous, where I was a mayor. I built about 13 schools. These are schools with 3 classrooms, a headmaster's office, a storage unit, also 6 latrines, 3 for boys and 3 for girls. Now we have also given scholarship to more than 50 young Malians to go to study in the United States.
That's
we have also given 20 scholarship to high school. People leaving the middle school here to go to high school in America. One scholarship per year is about $65,000, which is close to 35 million safer. So each year, the cost of studies for each student is 35 million safer. So they do 3 years in a high school. So our party is founded on the principle of helping, making a difference in the community. It doesn't have to be big schools, it doesn't have to be giving tractors, but we as individuals, we all can give something back into our community. We all can do small things in our city. So if you keep doing small things, in the end you accomplish extraordinary things. So we want all the young Malians to know, you don't have to have millions, you don't have to be a billionaire, you don't have to be a wealthy individual to be able to help your community. We all have something we can give there is always something who needs a little more than we do. Right. So let us share what we have. I have a good friend called John Paul Dijoria.
John Paul Dijoria.
He says that success unshared is failure. Yeah. If you're successful and you can't share your success, then you have failed. So, so our party is based on those principles of sharing, of helping each other, and lifting our country. Of course, we are competing to be in power, because that's the primary objective of any political party is to seek the powers. And so in 2013, I ran for president. I was not very successful. People were not. Malians were a little bit shy because I was very, very audacious. Yeah, and I have to
tell something.
Exactly,
I was people even though they don't dare to tell the things.
Exactly. So
we were shy at that time.
Exactly.
We were following you.
Great. So when I came, I said, let's turn the page of 20 years of ill governance. Let's turn everything they're saying today. Yeah, that's the same things I was saying in 2015.
Yeah, we remind. Yeah, you remind.
So and then I was mayor. And then after the election in 2015, Ibeka, former president of Mali, appointed me to be ambassador of Mali in India and 9 other countries in Southeast and South Asia. Okay. So I covered Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei, Nepal, Bangladesh, and Bhutan. Wow. So I was a very busy ambassador. People didn't understand why I was moving around so much, but I was traveling I was covering 10 countries. It was very busy
at the same time.
At the same time, so I was able to provide scholarship for our military to go to Bangladesh. I was able to for training. So I was also able to to obtain a visa exemption between Mali and Indonesia. So if you want to go to Indonesia tomorrow, you don't need a visa to go. You can just pack up and take your passport and go to the airport.
Wow, but even people that don't know
exactly. So and also I brokered a lot of great deals for Mali. Wow. I was able to bring the vice president of India to come visit Mali, and
you did.
And he did a great package of assistance for Mali. So there are a lot of things we've accomplished, and I continue because my motto is to lead is to serve. To serve others. That is the purpose of leadership. Yeah. Leadership is not about me. It's about what you can do for others, for your community, for your people. So that's my understanding of leadership.
Wow, really? Truly speaking, I'm astonished about whatever you have done. You did so many things for this country. I think it's high time for the audience really to congratulate you for whatever you have done. Congratulations.
Thank you. I should come more often to your show. You're giving me a good boost here. I appreciate that.
Yeah, but now from the different relationship that you have gotten with the former president of the Republic of Mali, His Excellency Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, and after that we saw you at a meeting of M5 RFP. Yes. So that's completes a little bit our mind. So could you tell us why you decide to join M5 RFP movement?
The main reason is that, we know every Malian will agree that Ibeka had reached its limit. There are things one person can do. There are things you cannot do. So as a president, he promised security, he promised good education, he promised good health, he promised food security to the people of Mali, but he didn't keep those promises. Yeah. So I was one of the most staunch critic of Ibeka in 2013 during the presidential election. Okay. After the election, I never asked people to vote for him in 2013, but yet he called me to go serve. And whenever I'm called to serve Mali, I'm there. I respond to the call. I want to serve.
You usually even say that.
Exactly. So it didn't mean that I was approving of his way of leading the country. Of course, I knew he couldn't. I told everybody that the old political class, they have their leadership style is no longer suited for today's people. Yeah. Mali is 65% young people below 35 years old.
Of course.
So we need a different style of leadership. There is a different style that can motivate and inspire us to give the best of ourselves to the country. Sure. But they don't know how to do that. They think that leadership is force, leadership is stick, but they forget the carrot. So leadership is taking carrot, leadership is motivation, is inspiring people. That's the kind of leadership I hope one day to provide for the people of Mali when I'm elected president. And and I will continue to seek the vote of the Malian people. But you don't have to be president to serve. So I continue to do. Yesterday alone, I had 2 villages from the Kajolo region who came to my office. They're seeking to build schools in the area.
Wow.
And so I'll be building schools. I just finished building a school in Welesibugu. I built a school in Moromoro in Kai region. Kai region. And then Zegun is also in Kajolo region. I just finished a school there. So in November, I'll be starting to the inauguration. Maybe I'll invite you to the
now
great
it will be a great pleasure. But I think people need to know what you are doing in different localities. Because when you notice, people, you excuse me, but when you notice, you did so many things, so many activities to the different localities in which they don't have access to education, they don't have access to light, they don't have access to water and all those stuff.
Yes.
That's why you start your different activities over there and not to Bamako.
No, so, I don't live in Bamako.
Yeah,
I live in Welesibugu.
Yeah, that's why I'm a little bit.
Mali is not. Mali. Many people think that Mali is just Bamako. I mean, Mali is a vast territory.
Yeah, of course.
So it's more than 1 million square kilometer. Yeah, so this is the vast territory, and Bamako is, of course, today the center of people, but the center of this country. But Mali is not limited to Bamako.
Yeah, I mean, you to teach
every month. Every month, I give 8 million safer worth of food to people in Mopti, to Mopti, because they've been affected by the insecurity.
This insecurity. Yeah.
So I continue to serve, and I believe when you ask me why I supported M5,
M5.
I believed in the vision of Imam Mahmoud Diko. The gentleman, I'll call it the revered Imam. He was not fighting for himself. His demand for Ibeka to resign was legitimate. It was not for his own well-being. He was doing this for the people of Mali. So when I heard about his, soon after I left to go to America, I heard about Semas,
yes,
and then M5. So I decided to fly back to Mali, but there was no flight.
That time because of COVID-19.
So I said, you know what, this is the time for Mali to really seize the Mali moment. You know what I mean? This is the moment for Mali.
Yes.
So we call it, I call it the Mali moment. So let's seize this to shift from self-centered leadership to people-centered leadership and to principle-centered leadership. So I flew to Ivory Coast. And I took a car to come from
Ivory Coast to
Pogo.
Wow.
And then from Pogo to Zegwa, I took a motorcycle.
Really?
Yes, I crossed the border.
Wow.
We talked to the border agents in Ivory Coast, and we rode a motorcycle with my suitcase all the way to Zegwa, and there I rented a car to come into. It was fun. It was fun, but I wanted to be part of this. Great
to know
it's historical. What happened in Mali, forcing the hand of the president, a sitting president, to resign. The people, the power belongs to the people.
Yeah, of course.
And that's my problem today. We don't want power to be in the hands of the military. We want them to turn power back to the civilians as soon as possible. Some people say, well, let the military take over for a while. It doesn't true. We don't need a long break from our democracy. We have to move to electoral process, but in the meantime, civilians need to rule this country and have the military under the civilian authority. That's my point of view of what's going on.
Now, how did you participate in the virus fight with M5 RP? Because we saw you most of the times, because you are not in Mali.
Yes. When I came back, I was at all of the meetings. I go to press conferences. I had meeting and sharing my ideas and contributing to that, and also resources to the movement. So as all of the leaders, I was in place helping the process. It was a legitimate thing for me and a constitutional right for Malian citizens, and also the Article 35 of human rights stipulate that when leaders violate the rights of the people, that we have the duty to stand up to them and request them to drop the power, because the power belongs to the people.
Absolutely. You already said that
absolutely,
one. You already said that one. So now, according to you, what happened in 18th August 2020, everybody is witnessing about this one. So, according to you, this one, is it a military coup or the president of the republic designed democratically?
Well, no, I wouldn't say democratically, but the thing is, the military people intervene to close the popular movement. You know, the military people, they're part of the people of Mali.
Yeah.
So there was a popular demand, unprecedented in Mali, that people came out in great numbers, by hundreds of thousands of people, to come in the street and said, we are suffering. We know this guy cannot do it anymore. We know this guy cannot deliver on his promises. We know that this guy cannot unite our country. He cannot end insecurity in the northern part and the middle, in the center of the country. So we came together and we asked for him to resign. So the military, seeing that the people,
what you were planning
absolutely
during the week, it was really
exactly
close. People,
exactly. And so the military joined us, and they put an end to the incompetent regime. And that's how. But what I see is that, you know, they've accomplished the will of the people. And now they have to turn the power back to the people.
Yeah, of course.
We have to make sure that we continue our commitment to democracy, our commitment to the values and principles of democracy. And, you know, people have to understand, and we have to make sure that we make democracy work for the people. We need to see the value, the intrinsic value of a democratic rule. People have to be able to express themselves freely. People have to be able to exercise their freedoms. So for that matter, I believe that no matter what reason people have to say, let's keep the militaries in power for a while, I believe that they should go immediately. They should go as soon as possible with transfer power to the political authorities, because power belongs to the people.
Yeah, because we have to acknowledge that actually people at the first, before Mahmoud Diko came to this movement, people were not trusting even more to the politicians, because they say they are all liars, they won't tell us the truth. But actually, how did you notice about this military movement like CNSP and the M5 RFP movement? Well,
you know, the primary purpose of M5 RFP was the resignation of Ibeka. So this objective was obtained through the help of the military. Now, we also, as political leaders and civil society leaders and religious leaders, so we should continue to stand up for the proper values, the leadership with virtue. We should stand up for correct principles in our country. Whatever is against the people, we should stand up. So we should continue. I think that we, having started this movement, we need to be involved in the process of transfer of power to civilians. And I think that today itself, there's a meeting between M5 and the NSP people. And I think that we'll come to a clear understanding. We have proposals that we're going to present to them. We heard it how Sugar was talking about the different process and management that you prepared. Exactly. So it will be presented to the military today, and shortly there's going to be a press conference where they will present it to national and international opinion. Now
we have to know that after this regime, they organized a short government, as you call transitional. So according to you, YEAH SAMAKE will take you will participate in this transitional government?
You know, my objective is not necessarily to be in any government. I'm here to serve. If they see that I have talents and competencies that will serve the Mali people in any way, whether it's in the government or in any places, I'm happy to serve my country. You know, one of the differences that I have is that I don't live on politics. Politics or not, I can provide for myself and for my family. Okay. So I am not a career.
You're doing it willingly.
Exactly to serve. I'm not a career politician. I have my own career. I'm a social entrepreneur, as I said. I have my own investment. But
I think one day we're gonna talk about whatever you have done.
Yeah, absolutely. But yes, I have resources. I have competencies. I have qualifications that can help Mali. If they ask me to serve, I'm always available to serve Mali. That's why I'm here. I left the comfort of the United States to come settle in my village in Abonnez-vous. I don't live in Bamako. I only spend the night in Bamako when my family is here. But on my own, even if I finish a meeting at midnight in Bamako, I drive back to Abonnez-vous because we belong where we belong. We have to be closer to the people. We don't want to just like everybody that has run for president and that's head of a political party. They all live here in Bamako. So I want to live close by my people and
environment.
Exactly.
Whatever they need, they can find you.
Exactly. So my objective is to serve. Is any way that the people of Mali and the leaders of Mali ask for my help, I'm always here.
Because they say for those people who will participate in this traditional, they won't be a candidate for the next presidential election.
Well, I mean, those are ongoing discussions. It's not a decision yet. So I think that it is not a good idea to close the door. There should be primaries for people to be able to resign at the right time.
Because I think that can even push those people who are already to participate in this one, who are able even to resolve the problem, but they need to be a candidate so that they can solve the problem of the nation.
We are faced with tremendous challenges. We don't want to dissociate or exclude an important portion of the people from helping remove the great barriers that we have right now. We need Malians to come together. We need reconciliation in this country. We need stability in this country. But most importantly, we need to establish a functional governance body. So I believe that this is way up for discussion. We should look into making sure that we don't exclude the quality people, qualifying people to participate in establishing the country.
So thank you very much for that. Now, what could be your greatest different main project for especially the youth and the English speaking?
I should tell you that I'm quite excited to be here. I have never had this platform to speak English in Mali. We are French-speaking country, but I got my education in English. I have a master's degree in public policy from a great university in America, and I have worked there for 12 to 15 years. So English was for a long time my working language. And suddenly I have to adapt back to my natural environment. I love speaking French, but I feel very comfortable speaking English. So I thank you for giving me that opportunity. But for the English-speaking community, I think I'll be more involved, and I hope to get more involved with the people, but also with activities in the English community, English-speaker community in Mali. But for the youth, I have always been working with the youth. As I said, I've been building schools. I've been providing scholarship to youth to go to America, to India. So young entrepreneurs of Mali, I have supported, and so I'll continue to do so. But institutionally, because I'm not part of the institution yet, right now I'm a social entrepreneur, and I do what I do just because of my love of this country. If I am elected to the parliament, I'm elected to the presidency, I will continue, and I will actually bring a very different kind of leadership. And Mali will be very proud of.
We hope so, and we wish you all the best.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. As you can notice, ENERGIE TV has a journal in English, a program which is an innovation.
It is.
So what could be your emotion and impression to see a journal in English?
Well,
TV.
You know, I've been watching you from afar. I've been watching on YouTube some of your programs, and I've received videos from yourself on WhatsApp, on social media. So I think this is great because there is a good portion of our community that speak English, and they prefer to communicate and to also intake the news in English, especially local news. They can listen to CNN, they can listen to BBC and other news sources in English, but this is about local Malian news, and you can't get that anywhere. And so I'm very glad that it is being provided. So thank you for the initiative, and I wish you luck, and you have my support.
Okay, thank you very much. As you can notice, we are coming to the end of today's meeting interview, which I really appreciate it.
It was fun.
So you have a short minute to face to the camera to address to the population and the international community.
Well,
last message.
You know, Mali is a great country. We have incredible potential in this country. Mali is not condemned to military coup. We are not condemned to rebellions and a cycle of rebellion in our country. We are not condemned to ill governance. We're not condemned to our children not going to school or corruption. We can change this. This is the Mali moment that I tell you about. This is a great moment that we should seize and transform our country with innovation. We shouldn't replicate those failed policies. We should come together and put our thought together in our hearts and see how can we contribute. Because you know, Malians have been harvesting before planting. We have to plant and do the hard work, put our skin in the game before we can have a prosperous country. The rich countries we see, the prosperous countries that we run to, they were built by hard work. They were built by hard work and for a long time. This doesn't come suddenly. It doesn't come through donations or foreign aid. We have to work hard. And I invite the youth of Mali that, you know, this is your time. I invite you to focus on, of course, yourself, but also focus on giving. If we all help each other, no one will go to bed hungry. If we all contribute to our country, trust me, we'll have better roads, better infrastructure, better education. We won't have to go to other countries anymore. Mali can contribute to the wealth of the nations instead of receiving foreign aid. Wow.
Great. I'm really astonished and really over the mood. I'm really over the mood to see whatever you have did and the great message that you address to the population, especially the English speaking community above all. And I think they will all take advantage of it. And ladies and gentlemen, I have to remind you that my today guest is a special personality that I invited, and it's an honor for me to receive him today. He is also the honorary president of the Party of Civique and Patriotic Actions, known as PACP. But could you tell us a little bit how, if you want to be one of the members of PACP, so how you can plan? There is a condition, all those stuff?
Well, yes, there are conditions to be member of our party, but all Malians are welcome. Even non-Malians are welcome to be friends of our party. We have our permanent office and a permanent secretary, which can be reached at Furaba at pacp.com. But his phone number also can be broadcast. It's 7039-1992. If anyone is interested in meeting with me or joining the party, they have all the information and the forms to fill out to be a member of the party. So we welcome you. Please join us. Let us together build the greatest political party in this country and take the take the power.
Let us build this country together and take the power and share, because knowledge, the most important knowledge is to share. So thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the end of our today guest, whom I really appreciate it and congratulate it. So YEAH SAMAKE, thank you very much for coming.
You're very welcome.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you for
and
having
we hope
me.
to see you next time.
Of course, anytime. Just let me know. I'll be here to sit on your program.
Great. Ladies and gentlemen, these were our today energy guests, in which I really appreciate it. See you next Sunday, the same time, on the same channel, Energy TV, the child of environments.